Rahul Gandhi's US visit has triggered one other controversy, and amid his statement on Sikhs as well as turbans and his definition of God, the latest act of the leader of the opposition that has provoked fury in the Indian political circles is Rahul Gandhi's meeting with American politician Ilhan Omar. Omar was part of a delegation of US congressmen and women who met Rahul Gandhi, and the BJP was quick to highlight just why the pair sharing a frame may have been prejudicial to India by citing Ilhan Omar's long history of India baiting. Let's take you through why she's so controversial when viewed from an India lens. She's currently a US House of Representative, a member from Minnesota, belonging to the Democratic Party. She was born in Somalia and came to the United States when her family took asylum there. She's known to have taken numerous positions against India in the past, generally owing to her espousing an anti-Islamophobia position in her politics. She took Canada's side in India's diplomatic face-off over Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar's killing. Most importantly, she has also opposed India over the abrogation of Article 370 in 2019 in Kashmir. She even visited Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as part of an allegedly Pak-sponsored delegation that violated India's sovereignty. She also boycotted Prime Minister Modi's address to the US Congress last year. Let's listen into what the BJP now has had to say about Ilhan Omar and Rahul Gandhi's meeting in the United States.
नेता प्रतिपक्ष बने हैं जिन्होंने किसी घोषित भारत विरोधी सांसद के साथ मुलाकात करके अपने मधुर मनोभावों की अभिव्यक्ति की है। एक बहुत दुखद याद जुड़ी हुई है 11 सितंबर से 9/11, और इस समय संयोग से राहुल गांधी अमेरिका की धरती पे हैं। मैं पूरे भारतवासियों को याद दिलाना चाहता हूं कि 9/11 के जो प्राइम एक्यूज थे खालिद शेख मोहम्मद और मोहम्मद अट्टा, कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी दिखाइएगा जिसने उनके पक्ष में सहानुभूति का बयान जारी किया हो। पूरे अमेरिका ने और उनकी सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने फर्म रिजॉल्व किया, भारत में अगर उसके समकक्ष जो भारत की संसद पे हमला हुआ, जिसके लिए सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने रेयर ऑफ द रेयरेस्ट क्राइम शब्द का प्रयोग किया है अपने जजमेंट में, आप जाके चेक कर सकते हैं अफजल गुरु की हैंगिंग के बारे में। 7 साल उसकी हैंगिंग रुकी रही, और आज भी जम्मू कश्मीर चुनाव में कांग्रेस के मुख्य सहयोगी दल कहते हैं कि अफजल गुरु की हैंगिंग गलत थी। वो 2015 में अफजल की हैंगिंग की पहली बरसी थी और जिसका ये लोग नैतिक समर्थन कर रहे थे।
After spewing venom against Sikhs and after denigrating Indian institutions on foreign soil, now Rahul Gandhi has done the unthinkable, meeting anti-India elements like Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar got a resolution against India in the US Congress. Ilhan Omar has been spewing venom against India on Article 370. She visited POK, violated India's sovereignty at a time, and that too sponsored by Pakistan. She met Imran Khan and discussed Islamophobia. She routinely pervades and perpetrates Hindu phobia and Hindu hatred. She takes a position which is contrary to India's position on Jammu Kashmir and backs the Pakistani position. Why does Rahul Gandhi have to meet her? But this is nothing new. Congress in its Modi Virod, in its BJP Virod, meets anybody and everybody, even if they are indulging in Desh Virod. This is the true face of the Congress. Not the first time that they've done this. But the question is only this, that Priyanka Chaturvedi of the Uddhav Sena had said that this Ilhan Omar is an element that one should be wary of. She had called her out. Now, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Uddhav Sena, do you support this meeting of Rahul Gandhi with Ilhan Omar? Perhaps you should elaborate. This trip of Rahul Gandhi is nothing but a trip that is designed to rally anti-India forces.
Now, the Congress party, however, has backed and defended Rahul Gandhi's meeting with Ilhan Omar. Let's listen to what Mr. Pawan Khera had to say.
किसने देश को तोड़ने की बात की? वहां सांसदों के एक समूह से अगर वो मिल रहे हैं तो इन्हें आपत्ति है। अरे वो वहां की कांग्रेस वुमन है, उसमें इन्हें क्या आपत्ति है? और अगर ज्यादा ही आपत्ति है तो इनको कहिए कि जरा चिट्ठी लिखें स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट को और कहें कि इल्हान उमर के खिलाफ एक्शन लिया जाए। आप किस किस से मिलते हैं विदेश में? हम सार्वजनिक चाहते हैं उस लिस्ट को। प्रधानमंत्री विदेश जाते हैं, किस किस से मिलते हैं?
Well, let me now go across to my colleague Ankit, who will take us through certain controversial stances as well as comments made by Ilhan Omar in the past, which is why the current meeting between Rahul Gandhi and Ilhan Omar is provoking such outrage. Over to you, Ankit.
So, Siddharth, these are all official things that she has done. We are on her website. This is Ilhan Omar's official website as a US House representative. I have simply searched for India, and here's what I find. Representative Omar introduces resolution on religious freedom in India. There are none too complimentary things said about India in there. Second, Omar statement on human rights violations in Punjab. This is also from last year. Representative Omar introduces resolution condemning human rights violations in India. Next, Representative Omar's statement ahead of Modi joint session address. What's happening in India runs directly counter to our democratic values. So in the headline itself, you know what her stance is. She had boycotted that speech by the Prime Minister to the US Congress. Representative Ilhan Omar and members of Congress urge India to restore communication in Kashmir. This was shortly after the abrogation of Article 370, and she had at that time also opposed India on multiple fronts, made various allegations. Representative Ilhan Omar leads letter calling for accountability and de-escalation in Kashmir, once again focusing a lot on India. Representative Omar leads letter to Secretaries Esper and Pompeo on recently announced arms sales. So here she had opposed arms sales to India, and it can really go on and on. Siddharth, we'll try and open the second page as well. Representative Ilhan Omar's meeting with US Commissioner on International Religious Freedom Commissioners on a letter calling for the creation of special envoy to combat Islamophobia. This is all in relation to India. And so you can see on her website itself, when they are tracking her activity and her official work and her statements and the legislations and resolutions that she has tried to push through, how much of it is really targeting India, on what grounds, on what lines. It really tells you a picture about her view of India as a politician, as a US Congresswoman.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for taking us through that, Ankit. It also remains to be seen as to whether or not the Congress party explains as to whether Rahul Gandhi rebutted Ilhan Omar at all during the course of that long meeting that he's supposed to have had with her, among other representatives of the US Congress. Now, currently, Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah has also taken on Rahul Gandhi in a blistering social media post. Mr. Shah has written that making anti-national statements and standing with forces conspiring against India is Rahul Gandhi's habit. He also says that Rahul Gandhi has often made anti-India remarks on foreign platforms and has hurt the nation's security as well as sentiments. This, as per the Home Minister, dovetails with the Congress's politics of causing rift along the lines of regionalism, religion and linguistic differences. Mr. Shah also has warned, however, that nobody can mess with India's national security while the Bharatiya Janata Party is in power. Other BJP as well as NDA leaders have also chimed in on what they describe as Rahul Gandhi's anti-national actions.
This narrative that somehow, as long as the Congress is not in power, India is a bad country. This is his narrative. He has said democracy is at risk here. He's talked about EVMs. He's talked about judiciary. He's talked about media. Every one of those things that he says when he goes abroad is a lie. He is deliberately, in a sense, coming to an alliance almost, whether it is an official alliance or a formal alliance or an informal understanding, with all those interests, vested interests that are around the world.
कांग्रेस के नेता राहुल गांधी जी विदेश जाकर बार बार भारत का अपमान करते हैं, हर भारतवासी को शर्मिंदगी पहुंचाते हैं। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के उनके दौरे के जो खबरें आ रही हैं बहुत ही दुखद हैं, सब पर चोट पहुंचाती है। वो भारत विरोधी ताकतों को मिलते हैं। ऐसी महिला जो भारत की बार बार आलोचना करती है, मुस्लिम ब्रदरहुड की साथ खड़ी दिखती हैं, पाकिस्तान के साथ खड़ी दिखती हैं।
Who are the political leaders in our country who often seem to be moving around with all the known anti-India elements across the globe? Who are the people? They call themselves as leaders in India and they move around with anti-India elements abroad and then speak against India. They spell out venom against the interest of India.
Now, Ilhan Omar has long been critical of India's attempted to meddle in India's affairs, whether it's over Kashmir, Assam, or our ties with Canada. Ilhan Omar is known to be a proponent of granting US citizenship to illegal immigrants and for speaking up against Islamophobia. Perhaps her biggest provocation was visiting Pakistan-occupied Kashmir in 2022 in a visit allegedly sponsored by the Pakistani government. She'd met the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, who was the then PM, and her visit had also drawn the ire of the Ministry of External Affairs, which had then accused her of violating India's territorial sovereignty. Here's what the MEA spokesperson, Mr. Arindam Bagchi, had said back then.
I think Representative Ilhan Omar, Congresswoman, we have noted that that she has visited a part of the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir that is currently illegally occupied by Pakistan. Let me just say that if such a politician wishes to practice her narrow-minded and politics at home, that's her business, that may be her business. But violating our territorial integrity and sovereignty in its pursuit makes this ours. And we think the visit is condemnable.
Well, we're stepping into a very short break right now on Times Now Live. Lots more lined up on the other side. Stay tuned.